Hi, Pipe Smokers. It's Paul the Pipe Guy, live from Rochester, New York. And guess what time it is? It's time for Two for Tuesday. So grab your pipe and smoke with me. Actually, I did so many tobacco reviews yesterday that I couldn't finish them all. I only smoke a couple bowls of tobacco a night, and plug tobacco is very strong. So I still have my wonderful Peterson tankard pipe with the Peterson 3Ps perfect plug in it. Yeah. So we're going to be smoking that. And I still have my Mr. Bragg stand-up bowl number 89 with my GLP's jackknife plug. Yeah. And they're both still full. I only took a few puffs off of them, and I had other bowls that I had loaded up to smoke. And then I discovered that, I have a package. And I had like 3 or 4 different kinds of plug tobacco in them. Hope everyone had a great and safe weekend. We do have the Memorial Day weekend coming up. Not this coming up weekend, but the following weekend, where we honor our troops for Memorial Day and remember the sacrifices that they've made for our great country. It's also the unofficial start of summer, the summer solstice here in the United States. So I have Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, May 31st off, and it's a paid holiday for me. I have great employers. My employer's awesome. He rocks. Ah, yes. Peterson 3P plug. Mm-hmm. I'm glad I bought 2 tins of this. I have 4 tins of spark plug because I loved it so much. I ordered 3 more tins on top of it. And they're all dated on the bottom with this little stamp. This one's dated 9/28 of 2020. So it's getting upwards close to a year old. Whenever I store my tobacco too, I do write the date on the jar. So, for instance, this apple aromatic that I have, I purchased that on, when did I buy that? March of 2020. So it's over a year, and it's been sitting in mason jars, and it's still moist as the day I bought it. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I got a buddy of mine at work. He's a great guy, but he chews tobacco, the little jars of Skoal, loose leaf, like ground up, whatever. And I did some research on plug tobacco, and you can, like I was saying yesterday, you can either smoke it or you can chew it. And so I'm going to take some in and offer him a little bullion cube size of plug tobacco and say, if you're a real man, chew this. Because he chews like Skoal or whatever. And he doesn't spit it out either. He swallows it. Ooh. He's missing all the bottom teeth. He's 56 years old, and when you chew tobacco, it just eats away at your gums and your jawline. most people that have chewed tobacco, once they get in their 40s and 50s, they start losing their bottom teeth because they keep it right there. Walk around like this. Hey. So for Two for Tuesday, obviously, I have my two Busch beers here. Ah, yes. And I'll tell you, when you're a welder, and oh, by the way, I think I mentioned this, but I did pass my welding certification test, so I am a certified welder. But in welding, there's many certifications. So I passed one of them, which allows me to work on government stuff and basically to MIG weld steel products. There's also another certification for TIG welding, which is another form of welding. And then you can get certified in both of those with stainless steel, aluminum, armor plate. The list goes on and on. But I'm a certified welder, yeah. So I changed that as my occupation from precision metal grinder to certified welder, yeah. So I'm pretty happy about that. So, yeah. This Peterson 3Ps. I don't know if you can hear my washing machine going, but today I got pretty dirty at work. I mean, when you're dealing with big pieces of metal that you just have to carry up on your against you, and they have oil on them, and they're just dirty, and it just looks like you played in the dirt all day. So I did come home and wash my hands and face very well. So I don't have that welder's helmet mark across my forehead today. So my Peterson tankard pipe is starting to warm up a bit, so we're just going to lightly pack that down. And remember, with plug tobacco, at least for me, what I learned, you don't pack it down as hard as you would with, loose leaf tobacco like this, I pack it down about half as much. And you can try, different packs and whatever works for you. But for me, packing it down as much as I would normally, because there's a lot more moisture in plug tobacco than regular tobacco. And it just seems to, boom, you take that first drag off of that, those first couple drags off of it, and then it like turns to concrete in your pipe. I don't know, has anybody else noticed that? So we're going to switch over to my Mr. Bragg stand-up Briar bowl number 89 pipe. And all of my pipes, I'm still breaking them in. Really, the only pipe that is fully broken in, I have two of them. This is the first pipe I ever purchased. This is a Dr. Graybow, and I bought this 2 years ago. And we have my Mr. Bragg number 82 console. So both of those have a fairly good coating of cake in them. And cake, for you new pipe smokers, is carbon buildup that happens over time as you smoke the pipe. I also have, there is a couple other pipes that I do have broken in fairly well that I really liked. My son's Peterson here, he said, "Oh, Dad, you can smoke it anytime I'm not there." He's really well, we won't get into that. Anyways, he should probably be a little older. He's 17. but I'll let them take a drag or two off of it every now and then and not inhale. I don't know, is that bad? Probably so. But anyways, so I have this one pretty well broken into, and this is just a hunky, nice pipe. Oh man, this is a great pipe. It's one of my favorites. I love it. So I have all these pipes around here that are like still have tobacco in them. Oh, look, we have a third one, which I was smoking yesterday. That I can't remember what blend I put in that. Oh, Warhorse Bar. Yeah. So this has Warhorse Bar plug in it. Yeah. So I guess we'll have 3 pipes going for Tuesday. I mean, more is better, isn't it? Oh, yeah. All right. Get that plug going there. It still has a good draw off of it. Not pack it too hard. So, yes, now we're going to our jackknife. I did get, off of the different pipe reviews, a few different options. One guy, instead of the Warhorse Bar in the red container, liked Warhorse Bar in the green container. He said he liked that a lot. And I had several other comments on this Warhorse that people were like, oh, I'm going to try that. Or I had 2 subscribers, 2 or 3, that said, oh, I bought that a while ago and I still have it in my tobacco rotation and I haven't tried it yet. I'll have to do that. So it's amazing how much tobacco you can accumulate over just a 2-year period. I bet you, oh my God, I bet I have 15 pounds of tobacco. And probably, oh God, 25 different blends easily now. It's fun to try different things. And properly stored pipe tobacco doesn't go bad. I do like the plug that is in a container like this because it does really keep well with the plastic snap-on lid. I don't know how well plug tobacco stores in a tin, but I mean, it does screw on tight, so I would suppose. Ah, yes, the jackknife. Absolutely a superb smoking. Oh, yeah. Tobacco. Mm-hmm. Actually, it's funny because I've shared in a couple of my videos when you do prepare plug tobacco, and I've seen a number of pipe smokers that do this because of the moisture content in the plug tobacco. After they cut it up, chop it up, rub it out, they will let it sit in the open air for about 15 or 20 minutes just so it dries out a little bit more. And now, today, this pipe, the tobacco's been sitting in the pipes for probably 20 hours. It's had some time to dry out, and it's burning very, very well. So I'm doing some laundry right now. I don't know if you can hear the laundry machine in the background, but I get very dirty at my job. But I always start out every day with clean clothes. My father always taught me that no matter what, You start out with a fresh pair of underwear, fresh pair of socks, fresh uh, jeans or pants, all your clothes fresh and clean. Uh, I do wear my blue jeans for 2 days in a row. I just do. I mean, I have underwear on underneath them, so it's not like, they're going to stink or anything like that. But I do wear fresh underwear every day. If my jeans do get really dirty, which usually they don't, then I would obviously change them. Oh, yeah. So next week, I'm going to go for my second welding certification, and that would be TIG welding for stainless steel. MIG welding, basically, you have a welder, which basically has like this, I don't know how to describe it, almost like a hose nozzle head that's kind of shaped like that. And it has a handle on it you press, and it shoots wire out with electricity, and you basically do your welds like that. TIG welding has an actual torch with a tungsten point that comes out of it, and you have a foot pedal, and so you're holding your torch like that, and then you have a piece of wire, I don't know, 2.5 feet long, and you're holding your torch 1/8 of an inch away from the metal that you're welding, and you're pushing down on the foot pedal to give it enough juice to create a huge arc of electricity which heats the metal up. And then by hand you have to feed the wire in. So you got 3 things going on all at once. You got the torch in this hand, you got the filler metal in this hand, and your foot pedal. So it takes a little bit of getting coordinated with that. So I'm going to go for my stainless steel TIG certification. I've already practiced it a lot, so they already actually have me doing the work. Now I just need to take the test and get certified for it, which I will. The nice thing, I'm very fortunate to work with a team of welders that every one of them, and there's probably 7 of them. Yeah, there's a good 6 or 7. Every one of them have approached me and said, hey, if you have any questions or if there's anything I can do to help you out, feel free to come and see me, and they all come in my booth and check on me. Hey, how's it going? They really care that I succeed at this, which that's great. And then the welding supervisor does the same thing. He's actually a certified weld inspector. He's a young man. He's only 39. And to become a certified welding inspector, you got to know a lot. You got to be certified in so many things. So it's not easy to do. They send you away to class for a week or 2, and you pass or fail. So, and it costs a lot of money to send somebody there. And they don't mess around. If you're late in the morning, they send your ass home. No refunds, no stop and go. I would hate to do that and come back to have to tell my employer that I went out and got drunk last night and I was an hour late for class and they sent me home. Yeah, that probably wouldn't go over too well. So I'm trying to remember the other tobacco that we tried. Oh, this is the Warhorse. Yeah, this is the Warhorse. Yeah, this one right here. that I had loaded up in this beautiful Coolmore pipe, which, by the way, nobody was able to tell me about. I like that Warhorse. It's good. If you have it in your collection of tobaccos and haven't tried it yet, you should. Mm. Mm. Trust me, you don't know what you're missing out on. Mm. What's it say on the back of the? What's it say on the back of the tin again? Made of dark fired Kentucky, dark air cured, and matured red Virginia. It's good. Mm-hmm. So, I still have to review my Hearth and Home First Snow slow aged series, slow aged series pipe tobacco, and doesn't have any. I'll have to look this one up to see what's in it because it doesn't tell me what's in it on the back of the tin. But I actually looked it up, and I looked up vintage plug tobacco, which sometimes, I mean, like in the cigar world, they will sell vintage cigars like that are 30 years old. They've been aged for 30 years in perfect humidity. They did have some aged plug tobacco, but man, I mean, some vintage aged plug tobacco, but it was expensive. I spent enough already this week. You know what I mean, mate? Yes. So, yes. So the Coolmore pipe is starting to heat up just a little bit from my Warhorse bar. So we're going to let that rest. My friend across the pond, Mr. Dale Piper, and I've said this before in a couple of my videos, always said that when you're breaking in a pipe, if you constantly overheat it, even though it builds up cake, it will always smoke hot. And he said that he really couldn't explain it, but that was his experience. So as I'm breaking in all these pipes that I own, that's why I'll have 2-3 pipes going all at once, and I smoke them till they start to get warm enough. Now, what is warm enough? Warm enough is if you touch the bowl to your face, it feels too hot. All right? That's warm enough. You don't want it to get to that level. So I gently break them in so that once they have enough cake built up, they'll burn hot. Like my Dr. Graybow pipe here that has a nice amount of cake in it. And the proper amount of cake that you really want in your bowl would be about 2 millimeters, between 1.5 and 2 millimeters, which is about the thickness of a United States dime. And this one's just about there. The smoke's so cool. And it's a great pipe. And I broke it in slow. I didn't overheat it. And that was my first pipe, like I said, that I bought 2 years ago. I think it's time for a cheers. Cheers for two for Tuesday, yeah. Oh. It was pretty hot in the welding area today. You got to picture it. I mean, you have a welding mask on, which goes around your head like this. Nothing covers the top. And then it comes down and it's snug. Almost, your nose is almost touching the front of it. So if you're claustrophobic, you might not like that. But, you know, you got that. You have the heat coming up from the welding. When you weld, it is between 2,000 and 3,000 degrees. And so you have all of that heat in front of you all day. And then usually you have a welding shirt on or a welding jacket. So if it's 80 degrees outside, you know, it could be 90 degrees in the shop. And then, you know, the area that you're working in might be equivalent to 100 degrees. So, oof. So I'm definitely thirsty because I welded all day long. So I'm up to 311 subscribers. Thank you all for subscribing. As I've said before, you all mean very much to me, and any comments I get, I always try to answer them or respond to them or give them a thumbs up. I answer every one of them. Sometimes I sit down for a half hour at night and just go through, you know, the comment section, and sometimes I don't get to it right away. I think the longest I've ever waited was 5 days, 6 days. But normally I try to get right to them the next day and go through them while I'm smoking a bowl and just answering questions or making responses to people's comments or just giving them a thumbs up with a heart. So I really enjoy doing these videos a lot, especially the review parts. I mean, right now we're just sitting down and having a beverage together and smoking a pipe. Those are great videos that I enjoy doing too. But I really like doing the tobacco reviews, and if I get a new pipe, which I haven't bought a new pipe in a while. No, I have 130 of them. I'm going to wait a bit for that. A couple of my subscribers have 500 pipes. My girl, she said, eventually when we get a place together, which we will, we've only been together for about 8 months, even though I've known her for 5.5 years, we've only been in a serious relationship for about 8 months. And so she's been married before, I've been married before, we're giving it some time. She comes over on Saturday and stays over Saturday night and then stays over Sunday night. But she says, Paul Gilson, when we get our own place together, you're not smoking in the house. I said, well, you're sitting here smoking a cigarette in my house. She's like, well, when we have a house together, I don't want it to smell like smoke. And I said, well, then we have to find one that has a man cave that I can close the door and smoke it. She's like, no, you're going to have to go outside. Excuse me. I says, well, that's not going to work for me. So we have to come to a compromise. She's like, all right, okay, we'll find something that has a man cave. Or even if it's just a little spare bedroom or something that I could make into a smoking room. Anyways, we're coming up on our 30 minutes of Two for Tuesday, and I've certainly enjoyed it. I hope everyone else enjoyed having a smoke with me. If you like my channel, give me a thumbs up. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Hit the little reminder button, the little bell button, so you get a reminder when I come out with a new video. I came out with 4 of them yesterday. I just couldn't stop. I had all these tobaccos. I was just like, I'm so excited about them. And so thank you for watching, and we'll see you. I might do this tobacco review tomorrow, or maybe I'll save it for Thirsty Thursday. Yeah, I think I'll save it for Thirsty Thursday. Give some body to the video. Anyways, I'm Paul the Pipe Guy, live from Rochester, New York. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching, and happy pipe smoking, pipe smokers. Over and out. And be kind and love one another.